Hello everybody, this is Kenneth. Welcome to Nerdsomnia and welcome to my speed build and review of the 160 scale perfect grade MS-06S Zaku II. It's a bloody long name. This kit was originally released in July 1999 and it is one of the first PGs Bandai has ever released. So right off the bat, if you don't know what a PG is the perfect grade. It is the highest grade or standard of Gundam. It is the most detailed, it is the most parts, it is the largest. Except for no grades, but that's just another category altogether. Right off the bat, this was actually one of the first PGs I built. Because I've been building more recent kits, this old kit's instructions felt slightly more cramped and more confusing to me. I wrote this off originally as a perfect grades quirk, but I soon came to realize it was from the age of the kit. Basically, in 1999, I guess kits were not well designed. The plastic for the PG felt really strong, really robust, which I liked, but it caused a lot of stress marks, even when I was using my god hands because of the plastic. There was a surprising lack of undergated parts because most PGs today should incorporate undergated parts, but this one just had all just like non-undergated, which is like top gated, if that's what they call. Seam line for these kits are very ugly and they show throughout the kit through very visible areas. They run through like the most prominent parts of the kit. The newer Zakus, and I've built like 4 up to this date, 4 new Zakus, including the Zaku II, the MG version, were re-engineered with much cleaner lines, even at the lower grades. The high grade is something fantastic that you should try out building yourself. One of the interesting things that caught me by surprise was the wiring, because this is the first perfect grade I built. This was the first kit I had to learn how to run wires through parts of the body to an LED light. This Zaku's in particular was its head, specifically its eye. I did not manage to test it out, but the instructions were easy enough to follow and the on-off mechanism was working perfectly and the wires were wired right before I closed it shut. Another detail I found in this PG are the screws, springs and wires. This kit is very large and requires screws in the right places to hold the joints together. They were not very complicated, but I have never appreciated my Chinese knowledge more than I did today when assembling this kit. If you guys do not know, I'm Asian, and without a rudimentary understanding of Chinese or Japanese, you might not be able to discern which type of nail or spring to use. There are several lengths of spring, and they will say there in the instructions like chang or duan, and like they have 4 lengths of screws of different sizes. So it's really difficult if you don't understand Chinese because there's nothing to key into what length of the screw it was. So those non-Chinese or Japanese speaking people will have a bit of a bit of trouble attempting to build this older perfect grade kit. Back to the problems with the instructions. These set of instructions were tiny and did not specify or show the orientation of specific parts very clearly. I think that personally I am a very careful person and I always make sure to double and triple check my work before piecing things together. But with over 20 pages of tiny instructions, there's 0 order priority and sets of over like 10 pieces in a single step. 10 separate pieces in one step. I found myself messing up at least like 3 or 4 times during the entire process. A person with less attention to detail would definitely fumble endlessly through this perfect grade kit. It is old, but the good thing is that the newer perfect grades have numbers to their order priority, and they also have English instructions, and they'll pinpoint which parts have to be faced or orientated which specific way. After building this kit completely, I need to mention that it is flimsy. The cockpit itself supports the weight of the arms and the head with this thin piece of plastic. Some of the polycaps were unreasonably tight, so I found that I was unable to pose or remove the Gundam properly without ripping out an arm or a leg from another plastic piece. So I resorted using the cement for more critical areas to avoid pieces from falling out, so that it would move the polycap instead of the plastic. So looking and comparing beside the MG, this PG kit is massive, and honestly it's a lot more satisfying to build than the MG or an HG, which I have put side by side for you to show. However, the details and engineering for the MG now is far superior to this PG, not to mention weapons and like general limb mobility and posing. Sure, it's a great piece to add to your collection, but look elsewhere if you want a kit to manhandle or pose with ease. So thank you for watching this long-winded speed build and review. If you like my content, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to me. My name is Kenneth, this is Nerdsomnia, my channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.